as a kid, I really didn't have much say in being a Muslim. I was just like fed into Islam. I was shoved into mosques to go to pray, to go to learn about Quran and learn about Islam by my parents, of course. And yeah, it was like just monkey see, monkey do for me at that stage. Uh, until one day in I was like 8. Uh, by the way, when I was a child, I was continuously bullied by other children at school and even at the mosque. Until one day, I was like prevented by 3 kids who were like beating me at the doorstep of the mosque from entering there. I just at that time, all I thought I was just like being bullied. But at that point, a grown up came and he was like shouting at those 3 kids, "Why are you doing this?" Then one of the kids told him, "Oh, he is the son of that Shia woman. I was born in a Sunni city. Apparently, I was discriminated against because my mother was Shia, uh, and the majority of the city were Sunnis. So anyway, when the kid told the grown up that I am the son of that Shia devil, he stopped and he turned away. He went inside the mosque shouting like, "Don't let him get inside with us. He'll like make the place dirty for us." At that point, I had to know like what is Shia, what is Sunni, what are they talking about? And then I started to like ask for books and from my father just to learn about these words. And then one thing led to another. I started to learn about Shia, Sunni, Islam. Then I went on to learning about Christianity, Judaism, and other religions. The Sunnis and Shias, they both say that we're Muslims, of course, that they are both Muslims, but they have like a very different beliefs regarding the history of Islam. Like the Sunnis don't believe that Muhammad was killed. The Shia believe that he was poisoned. The Sunnis believe that after Muhammad, like the Khilafat went to Abu Bakr, but the Shia say no, it should have went to Ali, his cousin, and that's the root of the problem between Sunnis and Shias. And then it went like the Shia uh, almost make Ali as equal to Prophet Muhammad. The Sunnis say no, Ali was like just a regular Khalifa. Yeah, and especially in Iraq, I mean, we have this conflict between Sunnis and Shias and their beliefs. It turned into like almost a civil war,
Mm.
especially in the year 2005. That was the turning point in Iraq's history between the conflict between Sunnis and Shias because uh, there was these shrines, Shia shrines in a Sunni city that were blown up by who knows who, uh, and that ignited the conflict between the two. I decided that okay, I need to lay low from people around in this area that where I'm living in. So I started to not go out, not hang out with others because I'm like I'm part Shia. I'm different. I've been bullied all the time, and now I understand why. So okay, let me take myself away from it. And then I started to, what else can I do? I started to read more, to learn more, and with time, with learning more about this uh, difference, I just started to like. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's one religion. All this time, I've been taught that religion is Islam, God is Allah, and that's it. I mean, to be like Sunnis and Shias and those are preferred, those are not preferred. It's just like, it's stupid. I started to realize, okay, there are more religions, there are more people out there who believe in different gods. And I started to see that, okay, religion makes people crazy, bullies. and it's not for me. At age 14, which is at 2005, which is the beginning of the conflict between Sunnis and Shias, and the Sunnis had Al-Qaeda, and the Shia had the army of the Mahdi.
Mm.
So anyway, being in a Sunni city, Al-Qaeda were active there, and they needed funding, of course. And where would they get this funding? They would get it from kidnapping people and asking for ransom money or whatever other ways there are. And I was chosen because my father was uh, a, like a doctor and high-ranking employee where he works. So he stands out. And the second most important reason, my mother was a Shia, even if it's only on my mother's side. Still, I've been like marked with an X. It was not that long, but it was so dark, and I cannot really go there because I mean, I was freed by the security forces. By the there were like people killed, so and I was so young, and I
Mm.
remember that after that incident happened, I spent like my whole summer break, or they dropped me out of school, and until the summer break after it, I spent the whole time uh, cornering myself into my room. I couldn't even talk to anyone, uh, and till this day, I have some kind of a PTSD of that
Mm.
incident. Like I startle so easily, people can like make. I'm so jumpy, and people wonder why are you so jumpy. What happened next? Uh, well, I have an uncle from my father's side in Egypt,
Mhm.
right? So the funny thing that my family decided that they would send me there with my uncle and his wife um, in Egypt to live with them. And I did. I went there for like, I stayed there for like 3 or 4 months. But the funny thing is that that uncle, he called my father and he told him, okay, so Sultan can stay temporarily with us, but he cannot stay for long or forever with us. And the reason is that uh, his wife, which was like 50 plus years old back then, and I was like this 15 years old kid, well, I cannot stay with his wife in the house alone, and my uncle would be working out, so either I have to go leave the house until my uncle comes back home, then I can join them. I was already traumatized. I wouldn't like talk to people or get close to people.
Sure.
So yeah, it was all like a haram thing. So at that point, um, my uncle from my mother's side, who is an atheist, purely atheist, he called my mom, or my mom called him, and they were talking, and he told her, okay, send him to me, to Baghdad, send him to my place. So my uncle had like his wife, his daughters-in-law, in-law in at his place, and still he offered to take me in, and he took me in for like so many years. I still feel connected to him, like much more than I'm connected to my own family. He used to go out like almost every weekend with his friends, with his pals, the free thinkers, the open people. And up until that point, I've never like I told you, I cornered myself at home because I was always bullied and whatnot. But when I went there at my uncle's place, they took me out. They showed me the walls. They would speak about everything about history, religion, a little bit science, but mostly history and religion, politics. And I'd have a lot of questions later to ask him, and he keeps feeding me books, or he keeps talking with me, discussing with me whatever I did not understand. He shaped my personality, he shaped my mind, and he did not force me into anything at all. Like he just gave me all the knowledge. He had a very big library, and I I, um, I read all sorts of books. He'd give me books, Islamic books, like purely Islamic. He even gave me books about histories of other religions, and he just like choose. He did not give me like strict knowledge. Okay, you have to read only from this book, like my parents did. No, he gave me like he opened the whole world to me and said, "Okay, it's your choice." Not like my mother, who was always controlling over everything. uh, Controlling to the point that she keeps guilting me into anything bad happens. Oh, it's because you are away from Allah. Oh, it's because you are not. And especially after my uncle died, I started to express myself a little, and I'm like, I'm 25 years plus back then, so I mean, I'm like super adult. Uh, but still expressing these things even as an adult is a no-no. I could have never told them back then that I'm like, hey, I don't believe in Islam anymore. 5 or 6 months, I relapsed back into soft Islam. I wouldn't say Islam. But I think I was just seeking solace in that. At a certain point in 2017, uh, my younger brother came to me one day, and it was like just a few months before I decided to leave them.
Mm-hmm.
So my younger brother came to me and he said, "Okay, I saw. Don't tell her, but I saw mom. I heard mom when she was praying, and I heard her. She was praying loudly to God, to Allah, that she is sorry that she did whatever she did to me, that she was selfish to put me through this, and that. She, so she was apologizing to Allah for her selfishness, that she tried to control me and to she at a certain point she even gave me something that was supposed to uh, be like some kind of magical stuff. In Islam, they have something that is sihr. Sihr is not like magic. It's like some kind of controlling thing, and
Okay.
it's in the Quran, so it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so it's some sort of like I was possessed by a demon, and they have to exorcise it, but the Islamic version. So she went to some uh, Muslim cleric and or some Muslim. I wouldn't say cleric. He was like a pretender, a witch doctor, and he gave her some kind of powder, and she put it for me in the tea or whatever, and she made me drink it without me knowing that I'm drinking this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So,
And it gave me, I even had hallucinations for like a few months, and I remember uh, I'd be in my room shouting at the wall and hitting the bed with my like feet. Uh, I'd be fighting with the air. So I really don't know what was in that thing. And later on, I discovered that she gave me that like a year after that. I don't know what was it LSD? Was it like crystal meth? I don't know what was that. So yeah, my brother told me that I heard her apologizing to God, to Allah, for the things that she did to me, trying to control me. At that point, I was thinking like, why would she apologize to that guy and not to this guy? She never told me that she's sorry for that.
mm,
What she did, she came to my room and she held my hand and said, "Son, you're crazy." Like plainly like that. Let's take you to a psychiatrist. He might help you. At that point, I realized, okay, I'm not gonna stay with her anymore. Uh, And a few months after that, I did actually leave them. Starting from 2006, when I left my family to Egypt, to the first uncle, then back to Baghdad, I'd say I've never been with my family because I saw the world and I started to change to be more open-minded person. So even after like from 2006 till 2010, I reunited with my family very briefly before I go off to college. I saw them very like different people. It's not that they were different. I just saw them with my different eyes. I was different.
Mm.
So let's say I did not click with them or they did not click with me. A number of other things happened until the point of uh, the beginning of 2023. I started to, what is it? Uh, and I started to like give up on everything. I gave up on myself, on the world. I started locking myself in my room. I'd stay awake in my room for 3, 4 days, consecutive days. I would eat like one meal per day or one meal per 2 days. Uh, I lost a lot of weight, and until comes May 2023, I made up my mind that, okay, I'm not gonna take it anymore. I'm just gonna end it. It's so lonely that I'm in a community, a whole country that I don't belong with these people. I cannot share anything with them. Not the closest person, not the strangers. I'm like in a very dark place mentally. Uh, I even have like things that I cannot remember that had happened to me because I was on autopilot. I don't know what kind of mechanism is that, but something my brain invented that yes, I disassociated myself from reality. It was in May when I was like searching how to, yeah, do the thing to kill myself painlessly, of course. Uh, and you know how Google, when you Google stuff and there are some trigger words, it will pop up the question like, do you need any help? You can call someone. So one thing led to another in my Google search. Uh, then I started to, okay, help. Why not? Let me see. I mean, I'm dying anyway, so what bad could this do? So I started to search, okay, help. What kind of help do I look for? Okay, I'm this kind of person who's an agnostic, and okay, I need some kind of people who I can talk to about this kind of thing. Can I go to a psychiatrist here? No, of course I cannot. I mean, in here, if I go to a psychiatrist, I tell him about my issues, uh, and I tell him that I'm not a Muslim anymore. Uh, yeah, that's not gonna end well. He'd give me something else other than Xanax,
Mm.
something more permanent. That search led me to Free Hearts, Free Minds. I mean, everything changed for me. I left my room, actually. I left the house. I started to go out on walks, and I even started to go to I had what do you call it, a membership at a swimming pool, trying to move a little bit more, to breathe a little bit more. And that's only from the vetting session. I remember I was going to the gym, which I started going to the gym thanks to the sessions. I mean, so Anyway, I was going on my way to the gym, and all of a sudden I realized that I'm walking and I'm smiling with no reason. I'm not like soft smile. No, I was like smiling widely from ear to ear. And I was like, wait, I haven't done that in years, literally years. I've never smiled for no reason. And I was just like walking alone in the street. I looked like a crazy person. It gave me this sense of belonging that I was looking for all my 32 years. All the other people uh, in the group are like scattered around the earth, but still, I feel so close to them whenever I see them talking or pop up a chat box. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is a safe place, or I have a safe place now. I thought I was shy because I used to always distance myself from people and not engage with others because I was like an outsider to everyone. Started to see like, okay, no, these people are different. They are not like other people who've been in my life. I'm so connected with them, with the facilitators, uh, with the other group members. Okay, no, I'm not shy. It's just that the world, the people that were around me are like not accepting, not like these people. So yeah, it's not something wrong with me. Okay, so then I started to open up thanks to everyone. I, I, I mean, just few minutes into the first session, I realized, okay, I'm not that guy. I'm not the crazy, shy person, traumatized person. No, there are people out there like I can really
Mhm.
belong with, sorry. And yeah, so it was really magical from the beginning. And the magic continued. I went to uh, my home city, my hometown. I visited, which is, by the way, a very dangerous town.
Okay.
Uh, and as I was walking through the streets of my town, and I didn't feel the stress that or the fear that I used to feel before, because I was like, okay, I'm doing this. Next session, I'm gonna tell them about it. Next session, I'm gonna go through with all this experience with them. And I would like calm down just thinking about, okay, I have that safe place now. So I kind of have the Free Hearts, Free Minds as my safe frame. So whatever situation happens to me with my family, with the people out there, I'm just like, okay, you belong somewhere else. A lot of triggering things are happening to me on a daily basis now,
Sure.
but I'm not triggered. I'm okay with everything. I'd say nothing stresses me anymore, and it's been so. It's been an amazing journey. 4 months without thinking about killing myself, and
Mm.
I'm like, you were so stupid to think that. It was so magical, that turning point uh, from that dark person who just wanted everything to end uh, to this person who just wants to smile. Thank everyone who made this program possible for people like me who are trapped in places like this. And yes, I mean, I wish more people could be here, could use this experience to liberate themselves from all this oppression, oppression of self, oppression of mind, oppression of identity. It's a very dark place, and I wouldn't wish it upon even my worst enemies. But thanks to this program, I mean, everything has turned around now for me. yes, my situation is still the same. Like the world hasn't changed, but I have like a very different attitude towards life, and I'm just trying to live it now. I'm gonna take it as it is.